In this pod, we'll continue to look at the different ways that people work today. In particular, we'll focus on flexible hours contracts, permanent and fixed-term contracts, and how technology has impacted working patterns.
Flexible hours contracts, also known as zero-hours contracts, are becoming more and more common. These are part-time contracts that don't provide a guaranteed number of working hours per week. In a cafe, a worker with this type of contract might be asked to work 25 hours in a particularly busy week. But if the cafe is very quiet the following week, they might only be asked to work for 10 hours. Or perhaps they won't be given any hours at all. Someone on this type of contract is only paid for the hours they work. So if they're not given any hours in a particular week, they won't get paid.
This benefits the employer, as they don't have to spend money paying employees that aren't needed. Some workers might enjoy the flexibility this type of arrangement brings too, as they're not obliged to work a certain number of fixed hours each week. However, a serious disadvantage is that zero-hours contracts provide little financial security, as workers cannot rely on a consistent income.
Some jobs are permanent, while other jobs are temporary. A permanent employee is contracted to work indefinitely, until either they decide to leave or their employment is terminated. On a temporary or fixed-term contract, a person is employed only for a set period of time. For example, hotels are often busiest during the summer months, so might require additional staff for 3 months of the year. Employees on temporary contracts are known as casual or seasonal workers.
If the hotel requires a one-off job, such as a renovation, the owner might hire an interior designer on a freelance contract just to work on that project. A freelancer is someone who is self-employed and is hired by others for specific, short-term tasks that often require highly specialized skills. The benefits of being a freelancer are increased freedom and flexibility, but a downside is that consistent work isn't guaranteed.
Technology has changed the way that many people work. Newer jobs, for example in the IT sector, might not require staff to be in the same workplace. Many positions now offer home working. This means that employees perform their role from their own homes and collaborate with colleagues using online tools. Information communication technology has led to the creation of virtual workspaces, and emailing, instant messaging, video chatting and cloud services mean that workers no longer need to be in the same place in order to work together.
Working while mobile is when a worker does their job while commuting or traveling. This increases efficiency, as a long train journey, which would otherwise be wasted time, can now be spent answering emails, having meetings over video, or performing other tasks. Flexible working combines these arrangements. An employee might spend some of their time in an office, and the rest working from home or while mobile.
Of course, working remotely isn't possible in all jobs, and it does have disadvantages. But where it is possible and works well, it's a great way to motivate staff and attract and retain the very best workers. Staff with more freedom and flexibility are likely to be happier and more productive in their jobs.